Hello again, everybody. Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader, the techtrader.com. These are the charts of the day, Tuesday, the 19th of May. And kind of a sloppy day in Wall Street, but a lot of our stocks did well. Some new ones we noticed today, making a move. Starting off with Chinese media company and marketing services firm Air Media. Here's the explosive move that it had back in April. Coiled, moved out. Yesterday broke out. We featured that today. It followed through with a 68 cent or 12.3% gain. Mine picked up to 3.2 million. It may very well get up near the 7.5-8 zone, my target. BLDR finally broke out of that nice tight coil that it's been in since the announced the takeover or merger with a major competitor, and two huge gaps up to near the resistance level. At this point, I'm looking for a retest of that 1390 14 zone, and if we get through that, I'd be looking for something closer to 16. B square after the pop and a pullback, I gave you a swing trade. It then stalled for a day, and today it resumed its advance up 38 cents or almost 7%. Mine wasn't big, but I'm looking for a move to 6 3/4 and then 7 1/4 half area. How about this swing trade in Cheetah Mobile, man? After the breakout of the inverse head and shoulders and pop coil or flag pattern, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of a wedge or a coil, but the bottom line is it got a low volume ab right there, then it exploded, and just in the last week and a half, it's gone from under 22 to 35. How about that for a move? Beautiful, and it exceeded all our expectations. At this point, it's a little overextended, but we may see that get up into the high 30s before it's over. Cyanoshore, a very interesting chart pattern, the base, the breakout, and the consolidation earlier in the year. And now you can see the stair-step move up. Today it popped $1.76 or 4.86%, almost 680,000 traded in. That's pretty big volume for that stock. We're right at mid-channel, where there is some potential target resistance around 38, but I'm looking for eventually the stock to get into the 44, 46 zone. ERI, Ali's ERI has done very well in the last few months for us, and it went from leg 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth wave is underway and may very well end near my 9 1/4 target, and we're getting close to it. Esperion, put a swing on it today when I said if it breaks out of the coil, I'm going to do so. Volume increased to 1 million. Stock popped 551. It was up 3 points higher at one point during the day, but it was still up 551 or 5% on 1 million shares. So I'm looking for a 140 target, maybe 135, something like that, and then maybe we can see the stock much higher. EXAS broke the declining tops line and yesterday, and then broke the lateral price resistance today. It's right at secondary resistance here. If we can get an extension, we can see 28.9 zone. GIGA with a big move today on a whopping 16.8 million shares, biggest volume I've ever seen in the stock by far. The stock got up to resistance from the high reached at 314 in September. Today's high being 315. And it backed off of there. So let's see if we can punch through, because if we do, 375.85 is the next target. HDP, that's a fairly new IPO from Hortonworks, which is a security software infrastructure type company. It popped out of a wedge today and popped through resistance. So I'm looking now for a move to get this towards the high 20s, maybe even 30. Herbalife, big pop today, 3.6 million. It popped 357 or 7.5%. More importantly, lateral price resistance that's held it back since March was broken. I think this stock has legs and could get up towards 60 and then 64. Quite interesting. Let's look for 57.8 and then 64. Momo, this base pattern post IPO pulled back and then base was broken with a breakaway gap today. 9.3 million shares up 27%. Big move, and perhaps we're going to see a quick test. The post-IPO high is around 17.5. Beyond that, I'm looking for 19.20. And HTC moves up undauntedly from the February low when it was trading at 10 and change. Is now 35 and change at the high today. Maybe a little extended, but there's a possibility the long-term target says this could be a $45 stock. I'm featuring SCO today. We've traded it this morning. It jumped 438 or almost 8%. The volume was 1.9 million, not exceedingly high, but it broke across the 21-day and lateral price resistance, and it's already broken out of the declining channel. So I'm thinking that this could be a snapback move that takes it to retest this line here about the 66 range, my next target. Shake Shack continues to impress. Even with the big reversal day 4 days ago, it came right back up again. Key resistance now 79.5. The target is 88.90 if it breaks through. Sarepta, well, not seeing that much here. It's a beautiful base pattern. It did break out this morning, but look what it did after hours. As they announced positive drug news, the stock exploded from 16.5 all the way up to 23.5, pulled back towards 20.5, and now it's back 22.5. It's up about $6 after hours. I suspect the gap's big tomorrow. We may get a challenge of this 25.5 range, possibly even as high as 28, 29. TTWO broke out of a falling wedge today, and within the confines of a rising channel. After hitting the top of the channel, we hit the bottom. Today, it spiked up 442 or 18%, 16.7 million shares. At this point, I believe we're going to test this zone up in here, near 30-31 zone. Then looking for 34.5. Lastly is WBAI, which I liked the pattern before today, and I saw this kind of left shoulder, head, right shoulder, platform, whatever. Notice how the trend line and the moving average held, and today spiked from 1609 to 2235, closed 2181 up 507. That's a 30% gain on 6.5 million. Next target could be up around 24.5, and then we're looking at 28. And that's it for tonight, everybody. Let's do it again tomorrow. Talk to you in a train.